For the first time, I had to jot down what I intend to say because I wouldn't want to miss a thing. And when I say I wouldn't want to miss a thing, it's because I want to keep it short and I wouldn't want to leave anything behind. I just want to say the few things that I have in mind to say, and I want to make sure I didn't leave anything behind, like I said. So this is not a speech. It's not a speech. Now, firstly, I want to make something clear to some folks. We often lament on the silence of those we believe have the voice to speak for us, the celebrities and their lives, But the truth is, we can't keep, waiting for them, for the so-called influential figures to speak. We need to speak for ourselves. I'm speaking for myself. And even if it couldn't get to the targeted audience, which is the politicians, but at least I have done my part. I have spoken. I didn't keep silent like a zombie. So you should also turn on your camera and speak, and stop keeping silent like a zombie. I'm saying this, I'm using this word zombie in the voice of the legend himself, the king of Afrobeat, Baba Fela. We often talk about being patriotic citizens, but nobody has asked the most important question, which is, what has Nigeria done for us? Since I became an adult, I have to, I have watched and read about politicians looting and being the only ones benefiting from the natural blessings God gave us. God gave to Nigeria, to all of us. Emphasis on all of us, all of us, not just a few, not just the political elites, I went to school out of my own sweat and that of my parents, and at the end I still have to create my own job, even though the government has not provided the enabling environment for those businesses to thrive, for those self-created jobs to excel, but we still, we keep pushing. Now, just bear with me because I'm reading from a paper. Now, let's talk about the reforms by this government. Let's talk about the reforms. Now, if the reforms were visible enough, if the population of Nigeria is really seeing the benefit and the need to continue in this price we are paying, then I don't think a lot of us will complain, because whether you like it or not, even before this current government came in place, or even before the current ruling party took power 2015, there has been a whole lot of lapses, loopholes, there were so much wrong. So let's not pretend like there weren't something that needed to be changed, during the era of Goodluck Jonathan and the past administrations before him. So when people say we took out the good ones and brought the bad, hey, it's just like we took out the bad ones and brought the worst. I think that should be the right phrase for that. Because if you are already an adult in 2015, you will understand that a whole lot of things were going south. There were buckets of corruption. I mean, there were buckets of corruption. So let's not pretend like nothing was going wrong then. So now, for me, I don't mind sacrificing. I don't mind sacrificing so that my children will, and their own children will have a better Nigeria to live in. So, and I think the government should have some level of sympathy. Nobody is asking for a handout, actually. Nobody is asking to be paid without doing any work. So just make those provisions, make those basic things available. Okay? We have been patient enough. When you talk about, I don't see any higher level of patriotism, than what we have already shown. The loyalty to this government, the patience. You can't go more than that when you talk about patriotism. That is the beginning and possibly the end. Because when there is no more loyalty, there won't be, you have to be loyal to abide to law and order. So I think we have been patriotic enough, and I just wish that this government, will do something. You guys really need to do something. It's really tough down here. I don't know if you have ears down here. I don't know if you have eyes down here. When I mean down here, I mean here on the floor. There is nothing like middle class anymore in this country. What we have is either you're up here or you're down here. So I don't know if you guys have ears and eyes down here. It's really tough. It's really tough down here. It's really tough. So I just want you guys to do something. Let it, it's too tight. It needs to be loosened up a little bit so people can breathe. Like our president said, let the poor breathe, We just need some breathing space. We don't need no handouts. We just want to, make sure. We just want an environment whereby we know that when we go into a business, we will succeed. There is no 100% guarantee, to succeed in business, but at least we will know that yes, there won't be, frustration from the system. You know what I mean? So we just want, to have the basic things to enable us catch up with those dreams. Most of us have a whole lot of things in mind at heart, but the environment we found ourselves has really, reduced our energy, has really demoralized us, and a demoralized society is like a dead society, because you have to have the hope to want to do something again, to want to try. You have to have the hope to want to wake up in the morning and do something, because yes, all you have to do is put in your hard work, and And if it's hard and if it's hard and legitimate enough, it will pay off. So please, I just hope it gets to the targeted audience, like I said, and not just, peace.